In the soil of the old country lies a fear older than the mountains themselves, a fear more dreadful than death. It is the terror of what comes after, the horror of the restless dead. The neighbor who will not rest. The family member who returns. This is not a scene of mourning. No tears fall here. Only grim resolve. The tools in their hands are not for burial, but for unburial. A desperate act of violation against the most sacred ground. These people have not come to honor the dead, they have come to hunt a monster. A monster of their own making. But this is no elegant aristocratic vampire of fiction. No creature of faraway castles or noble bloodlines. This is something far older, far more intimate, and infinitely more terrifying. This is the world of the Strigoi. What could drive an entire community to such a desperate act? To violate a grave in the dead of night and perform rituals meant to give eternal rest to the restless? To understand, we must go back. Back to a time before church bells rang, back to the primeval forests, to the ancient beliefs that taught them the soul never truly leaves, and that death is not always the end. Before the cross. Before Rome. Before history itself, the story of this land begins in the deep, dark forests of the Carpathian Mountains. For the ancients, the forest was not merely trees but a temple, a sacred, living entity filled with mystery, power, and spirits. They believed everything possessed a soul. The rivers carried moods, the mountains had tempers, and the great beasts, the bear, the stag, and most of all the wolf, were seen not simply as animals, but as manifestations of nature's wildest and most untamable forces. In this world, the human soul did not depart for a distant heaven or hell. It lingered. Bound to family, bound to land, bound to memory. A soul could walk the forests it once knew, return to the homes it once occupied, and continue its presence among the living. When Christianity arrived, these ancient beliefs did not vanish. They blended, fused, and transformed. Old forest spirits became demons. The ancient fear of the wandering soul became the fertile soil for one of Europe's darkest legends, the Strigoi. The ancient Greek historian Herodotus, writing in the 5th century BCE, spoke of these people. He called them brave and just, but noted their strange beliefs about death. At the heart of their faith was Zalmoxis, a prophet or god who taught them they did not truly die. Instead, their souls went to him, living on in a boisterous immortality. This was not a quiet afterlife, but a continuation. To live forever in the presence of Zalmoxis. And yet, this immortality was shadowed by rituals soaked in blood. Every 5 years, a messenger was chosen, hurled onto spears, his death a delivery of prayers to the other world. If he died swiftly, the gods were pleased. If not, another was chosen. This worldview, where the veil between life and death could be pierced by ritual, was burned deep into the culture. And when Christianity spread, this ancient belief did not disappear. It simply transformed. The immortal followers of Zalmoxis cast a long sh.